All the talks about the 2025 Ballon d'Or are finally over. The winners are known. Congratulations to Aitana Bonmatí, now a three-time winner. Historic. Nobody in women's football had ever done that before. And congratulations as well to Ousmane Dembélé, a former Barcelona player who in his speech thanked Barça, mentioned Messi influence, and spoke very warmly about Lamine Yamal. That's exactly what the Ballon d'Or should always be about: respect. What I don't get though is Pedri in the 11th place and Raphinha in 5th. Those numbers don't reflect what they gave last season. But hey, no need to spend a whole episode on this. Everyone watching here understands football. Everyone knows that Spain's magician and Brazil's monster deserved higher places. If you agree he'd like, I'm sure I'm not the only one. And of course, congratulations to Lamine Yamal on his 2nd place. To reach that level at just 18 with so much breathtaking potential, it feels like everyone agrees. If he keeps progressing, the Ballon d'Or is only a matter of time. And maybe, in a way, 2nd place is even better right now. Imagine if he had actually won at 18, the most prestigious individual award in football. It could have brought a wave of hate and maybe even distracted him from his path. Becoming the best in the world so early can make any player lose their head. And we don't need that, right? That's why I see this gala night as good news for Barcelona. The club was recognized, picked up several major awards, Yamal and Vicky Lopez with the Copa trophies, Aitana with the Ballon d'Or. And at the same time, the motivation is huge. The unfinished mission from last season is clear: win the Champions League and reclaim every trophy in Spain. It won't be easy. Real Madrid looks stronger under Xavi Alonso and plenty of other clubs reinforced this summer, but that's exactly what makes it exciting. Pedri, Raphinha, Lamine with so much to prove to themselves and to the football world. In today's video, I also want to recall a unique match that served as a kind of a prologue to this gala night. Sometimes it's really cool to look back at the past in the context of today, so join me for this exciting flashback. Take a look at these 3 photos, all from the same game. It was an easy but memorable 4-0 win for Barça against Betis in round 32 of La Liga 22-23. For each of this trio, it was a special evening. Raphinha scored and assisted, Dembele finally returned from injury, and 15-year-old Lamine Yamal made his debut for the first team. A debut that entered history, as no one had ever debuted that young for Barça. Looking back, it feels unbelievable. Those 3 who stepped on the pitch in such different circumstances could today easily form a front 3 together. And tactically, it would make perfect sense. Lamine on the right, Ousmane as a false 9, Raphinha on the left. In modern football, that would be one of the most dangerous trees possible. But oh well. Dembele chose PSG's offer that summer of 2023. And here you can't help but remember Xavi. Raphinha doesn't always speak warmly about him now, but it was under Xavi that he first got freedom on the left, the role that allowed him to shine. Flick later perfected the idea, but the foundation was Xavi's. As for Dembele, Xavi has often shown faith when others doubted. He praised Dembele's dribbling, his assists, and his ability to break defenses one-on-one. Xavi said Dembele could do great things, and that's where the redemption arc began. Under Xavi, Dembele finally showed glimpses of the player he could become. Not flawless, but enough to light the spark. And then came the move to PSG. Under Luis Enrique, Dembele's role and his rise took another twist. One that nobody could have imagined back in 2023. But that twist is what carried him forward, step by step to the Ballon d'Or stage. And then there's Yamal. If it had been up to Xavi, he would have debuted even earlier. People around him said, the kid is too young. But even so, at 16, Xavi handed him a key role, the same responsibility he once gave Dembele to revive his career. And what did Lamine do? He shined so brightly, he went to the Euros as Spain's starting right winger and lit up the tournament. Xavi was often criticized, but he had one rare quality: phenomenal bravery in trusting young players. It's easy to say Yamal is a genius when the whole world already applauds him. But to trust a 16-year-old in a decisive moment, that's real courage. That April evening in 2023, Barcelona had Dembele, Yamal and Raphinha all on the pitch together. And looking back, it feels like a symbolic preview of what could have been the attacking trio for the 24-25 season. If only Ousmane had stayed. Let's remember the details in that match versus Betis. Raphinha assisted Christensen, then benefited from a phenomenal pass by Busquets, one of his best matches that season. In the 73rd minute, he left to ovations, replaced by Ousmane Dembélé. Later in the 83rd minute, Lamine Yamal came on for Xavi, the 15-year-old who stunned Camp Nou. First, he nearly scored, then set up a brilliant chance for Dembele, which Ousmane missed. That was Barca's title season with a golden double, La Liga plus the Spanish Super Cup, the first league title for Laporta after his return in spring 2021. Xavi ended the season on a high, already ecstatic about the new possibilities brought by golden boy Lamine Yamal and his combination with Ousmane Dembélé, whom he considered nearly the most important player for his project. Pre-season 2023-2024 arrived with massive attacking potential. Lewandowski, Ferran Torres, Aubameyang, Dembele, Raphinha, Memphis Depay, Ansu Fati, Ez Abde, and Lamine Yamal, of course. Ousmane was a guaranteed starter, with Xavi often using Gavi as a false left winger, leaving only 2 attacking spots for Robert and Dembele. No wonder that summer Barca let go of Aubameyang, Memphis, and Abde, and there was even excitement for the future, with the agreement already in place to sign the wonderkid Vitor Roque for the following year. But everything fell apart, and the season turned into a true disaster for Xavi, and it all began with Ousmane Dembele's departure to PSG. That summer Clásico in Arlington, Barca crashed Real Madrid 3-0 and Dembele opened the scoring. It felt like proof he would stay central to Xavi's plans, but behind the scenes something else was boiling. PSG had made contact and the 15 million euros release clause was ticking down towards its July 31st deadline. After the game, Xavi tried to stay calm, saying the decision was in the players' hands, but by then the rumors of Paris were no longer just rumors. The US tour neared its end. After the Milan game, Xavi finally admitted it. Dembele had chosen PSG, spoke with Luis Enrique and Al Khelaifi, and we can't compete with their offer. You could hear the disappointment in every word. PSG's plan had been simple: trigger the 15 million euros clause before July 31st. But deadlines, logistics, and the tour complicated things, and in the end, all sides sat down and agreed on a transfer for roughly the same amount, keeping good relations between the clubs and the player. It wasn't just a deal, it was a legal media thriller with clause timers, late-night calls, and a broken-hearted coach. And the story didn't end with the signature. In Paris, Luis Enrique unlocked Ousmane's maximum, and we all saw what happened next. Xavi's heart was shattered. Deco and Laporta tried to patch things on deadline day with Cancelo and João Felix, but it wasn't enough to save the 2023-2024 season. Xavi was sacked and Dembele's exit stood as one of the catalysts. Later, Ousmane even became one of the players who knocked Barcelona out in the Champions League quarterfinals. That meme about him will live forever, and so will the backlash he faced. The rest is history. Now football has reached a unique moment. 3 players from that Barça-Betis match in 2022-2023, Raphinha, Dembele, and Lamine Yamal, all ended up among the very best in the Ballon d'Or rankings. Too bad they aren't in the same shirt anymore. What's done is done. Ousmane is a rival now. And on the 1st of October, Barcelona hosts PSG in the second round of the group stage. Hopefully Ousmane recovers in time so fans can witness Lamine and Raphinha going head-to-head with the reigning Ballon d'Or winner. And Colettes, many of the details for this episode came from the Barcelona Live app. Not just news, but retro stories from Ronaldinho's era to Yamal's debut. Download it, link in the pinned comment. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, and in the comments tell me what you think about the final Ballon d'Or ranking. Who was too low, who may be too high? And don't forget to subscribe for more Barca stories. If you want to dive deeper into the behind-the-scenes games around the Ballon d'Or, head over to Lamine Yamal's channel. That's where you'll find the true insider info they never show on the official broadcast. Have a great day. Bye.